Hi everyone, I'm going to talk about my institute, Enlight Spoken English and Foreign Languages, and the course which I'm going to conduct. So generally I'm going to focus on three major aspects of communication, that is listening, thinking and speaking. So why listening is important? If you don't understand what the other person is trying to say, you would not be able to communicate. So I'm going to focus on listening. Thinking, people try to translate from Marathi to English or Hindi to English, and then the fluency goes for a toss. So I'm going to focus on thinking aspect also. And the last but not the least, speaking. Yes. So I would ask people to come forward and speak. So definitely the confidence level will boost. Once I start with the course, I start from very basic level, that is parts of speech introduction. So for example, noun, pronoun, verb, adverb, preposition, conjunction, interjection, all those aspects I will cover under parts of speech introduction. Then I will start with simple present tense. Simple present tense also I would explain it to the students. Then I would ask them to give the examples based on that. Once it is covered, I will ask them to come forward and speak. Then I would ask them to listen to different audios which I'm going to play and let them explain what they have understood from that. So in that way the course will go. So about 12 tenses, it can go up to 12 days also. Then I would cover parts of speech, the introductory part which I had covered earlier, I would cover in detail. At the same time, there would be activity based learning. So it would not be only grammar. Okay. After that, I would cover model auxiliary like can, could, may, might. This is required in day-to-day communication. So I would cover that. Then degree of comparison, positive, comparative, superlative. I would also share 1,000 verb list. Once they are going to check that list, they would get to know commonly used verbs. So that would be helpful for them. Apart from that, I would cover direct, indirect, active voice, passive voice. Now direct, indirect, as you know, that if you have something which is in quoted form, that is direct, and if you are going to convey it in your own words to somebody else, that would be indirect speech. So I would cover that. Then active voice, passive voice. So if you want to focus on subject, that would be active. If you are going to focus on object, that would be passive. But we will take the practical examples in order to explain it. Okay. So after that, I'm going to so the process will go on. In the meantime, I would ask people to speak on different topics, and they will come up with certain words which they don't know. So I would cover that in terms of vocabulary building. After that, I would cover phonetic training. Now phonetic training, why it is important? If you called it phonetics, if you called it phonics. So why it is important? Because English is not like Marathi or Sanskrit, the way we write, the way we speak. So I'm going to cover this phonetic training so that people can understand about the pronunciation. Then I will, in the meantime, there would be audio visual activities also. So I would play different audios, I would play different videos, I would ask people to explain me what they have understood from that. Body language sense, yes, this is very important part. Now body language, why it is important? Because our body talks more than our words. So it is very important that you convey the right message to the person who you are trying to convey the message. So that is the reason your body as well as your speech should match. And it is very important that you should follow the guideline. You should follow the rules. If you know body language properly, you can convey your message effectively. So I'm going to cover that also. Then confidence building activity, when I'm going to ask people to come forward and speak, definitely the confidence level will boost. Dialogue writing, I would ask people to write different dialogues and they should read in front of the class. That way their confidence level will also boost. They will also know what are the mistakes which they are making. Then role play activities. So one person is going to take one role, another person will take another role, and that way the confidence level will boost. And they will get to know the essence of communication. Then group discussion. I would give a certain topic in a group and I would ask people to speak on that topic and what are the rules which they are following, whether they are interrupting other person or not. That I would check. So that way their confidence will definitely boost. Then interview skills. Yes, this is very important point. Now, how you should face the interview. What are the difficulties which you are facing during the interview? That I'm going to tackle. So what I'm going to do, I will take the personal interview of each participant. Now, what will happen? People will get to know their mistakes and they can improve. Now, email writing. This, if you know, most of the time it is not covered in school and colleges. So I will cover this particular topic which is essential for the industry. So you should not send just an email with an attachment. You should write some content. So I'm going to cover that under email writing etiquettes. Then business communication. Now business communication is not like a different language, but how you are conveying your message to other with the help of right words, that should be effective, and that is the reason I'm going to cover this business communication. Apart from that, what are the etiquettes which you need to follow? That I would cover under business communication. Then presentation skill. Yes, presentation skill is very important. How you are presenting yourself in front of the audience, that is very important. So what are the things which you are going to use? So for that I would take a presentation. So for this particular thing I would cover 5 important principles which you should use in presentation in order to make it effective. So I would cover under presentation skills. Then time management. Generally it is very difficult to manage time. We have to manage ourselves. So how we can manage ourselves and make it effective, that I would cover under time management. Online tests. So apart from that, in meantime, I would take online tests. At the end of the course also, I would take online tests in order to judge whether that person has understood it or not. Then personal attention would be there for each student. So whether you go for an individual course or if you go for a group training, I would have my personal attention. Maximum 10 students would be there, not more than that. So I can give the proper attention to each and every student. YouTube channel, you will find students reviews also, and I'm going to start my own videos on YouTube so you can watch it. If you are concerned about the quality of the course, you can just come. I'm happy to give the demo session, and then if you are comfortable, you can join. I have also got corporate experience. I was associated with 4 different companies, so you will get the best in the industry. If you are interested in the course, you can just fill the form which is there in the description below. Thank you very much. Have a great day ahead.